asked all the questions that have been submitted so far. Are there any other questions out there that I can pick up? Is there a couple more cards out there? We have a few more minutes. Anything else? Okay, well this will be our last question, then we'll move into closing remarks. And we'll start, James. James, with you on this. You say privatizing government services would lower costs. Isn't it true that the corporate model is for top management to give themselves obscene salaries and maximize profits by raising prices and shortchanging their workers and customers? Wouldn't it cost us more?
Well, that's an ideological question. Business provides wonderful things in the world because of competition and people getting compensation. The management are not evil. Business is not evil. The insurance company is not evil. The banking company is not evil. Making a profit is not evil. That frankly is ridiculous.
I'm going to need that repeated.
Absolutely. You say privatizing government services would lower costs. Isn't it true that the corporate model is for top management to give themselves obscene salaries and maximize profits by raising prices and shortchanging their workers and customers? Wouldn't it cost us more?
It would depend on what you're privatizing. If you privatize the liquor, print shop, information technology, you have a lot of competition out there for that. And you're going to have competition creates excellence. And if you have a lot of competition, I mean, if we're not just giving it to the legislatures or governors, brothers, cousins, uncles, people, you know, then they're not padding the pockets of their friends and family. Privatization of the ferries, that's bad because that's a small little area. You're going to have one big company bid to do it all, and they're just going to jack up prices on us. So privatization works in some aspects where there's a lot of competition, but when there's parts where there's no competition, it's going to hurt us. And so that's what I think.
We're going to go ahead and move on and give each candidate a couple of minutes for closing remarks. James started with the opening remarks, so we're going to reverse that and have Eric begin 2 minutes for closing remarks.
I just feel now's the time to I don't want to use that word change, but we need change, and I am counting on people that didn't vote in the past. I'm hoping and praying that they're angry enough to step forward and vote this time. And I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to do the right thing for our state. And that's the real reason why I ran. I got to set a good example for my son to let him know, hey, if you got a voice, you need to make it heard. And this is my time to shine. I'm not eloquent, I'm not polished, I don't have every answer, but I'm trying to learn as fast as I can. And I just want to represent the people and do the right thing for our state to move forward. That's how I feel. I appreciate support.
Okay, thank you. I'm not a career politician. I don't want to be a career politician. Something I said last night to the League of Women Voters, and I call your attention to that. That's going to be on BCAT and BITV, much like this will be up on the Bremerton's Chamber's site. In ancient Sparta, one of the requirements they had for a citizen, it was probably just a male, but nevertheless a citizen, was that they had to serve in the legislature. It wasn't fun. A lot of these people were men of considerable means, and they would have been more than happy to buy their way out of having to do that. That wasn't the case. They had to do it. It was tough. They didn't stay around a long time. They weren't killed, but they didn't stay around longer than they had to serve. I stepped forward for that reason. A lot of people, my progressive friends on Bainbridge Island, say, "Oh, you have great ideas." Oh, not great ideas, you have bad ideas. But why don't you put your money where your mouth is and run for it? I'm doing it. I've had extensive background. Oh, and by the way, Ms. Rolfes, who's not here, is a career politician. She came from city council, and she's been in here, and she's going to be very happy to try to retire as a career politician. My 3 key priorities are taxes, no income tax, taxes kill. 2, we need to have jobs, real jobs, not make-believe green jobs. And 3, we have the excellence in education through all the things involved, having charter schools and vouchers and things like that. Finally, for all you folks out there, I want to represent the entire 23rd Legislative District. I've walked it, I've been up there. It goes from Hansville all the way down to East Bremerton. It's a big area. It's not just Bainbridge Island, and it's not just the 3,000 on Bainbridge Island that I want to represent. James Olson, my website is www.voteolson23.com. I need your vote. Thank you.
Well, thanks everyone for coming out. Special thanks to our